वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to today's Srimad Bhagavatam for all. I'm extremely sorry for being late. Let us recite Bhagavad Gita shlokas and then we will directly go to Srimad Bhagavatam. We will not discuss from Bhagavad Gita verses today. Okay, we'll see if we can complete this chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam. So let's just recite the 18th chapter until text 54. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, Moksha Yoga. Arjuna uvacha sannyasasya mahabaho tattvam ichhami veditum tyagasya cha hrishikesha prithak keshi nishudana. Sri Bhagavanuvacha kamyanam karmanam nyasam sannyasam kavayo viduhu sarva karma phalatyagam rahustyagam vichakshanaha. त्याज्यं दोषवद् इत्येके कर्म प्राहुर्मनीषिणः यज्ञदानतपः कर्म न त्याज्यम् इति चापरे। निश्चयं शृणु मे तत्र त्यागे भरतसत्तमा त्यागो हि पुरुषव्याघ्र त्रिविधः सम्प्रकीर्तितः। यज्ञदानतपः कर्म न त्याज्यं कार्यमेव तत् यज्ञो दानं तपश्चैव पावनानि मनीषिणाम्। एतान्यपि तु कर्माणि संगं त्यक्त्वा फलानि च कर्तव्यानीति मे पार्थ निश्चितं मतमुत्तमम्। नियतस्य तु सन्न्यासः कर्मणो नोपपद्यते मोहात् तस्य परित्यागस्तामसः परिकीर्तितः। दुःखम् इत्येव यत्कर्म कायक्लेशाभयात् त्यजेत् सकृत्वा राजसं त्यागं नैव त्यागफलं लभेत्। कार्यम् इत्येव यत्कर्म नियतं क्रियते अर्जुन संगं त्यक्त्वा फलं चैव सत्यागः सात्विको मतः। न द्वेष्ट्य कुशलं कर्म कुशलेनानुषज्यते त्यागी सत्त्वसमाविष्टो मेधावी छिन्न संशयः। न हि देहभृता शक्यं त्यक्तुं कर्माण्यशेषतः यस्तु कर्म फलत्यागी सत्यागीत्यभिधीयते। अनिष्टमिष्टं मिश्रं च त्रिविधं कर्मणः फलं भवत्यत्यागिनां प्रेत्या न तु सन्न्यासिनां क्वचित्। पञ्चैतानि महाबाहो कारणानि निबोध मे सांख्ये कृतान्ते प्रोक्तानि सिद्धये सर्वकर्मणाम्। अधिष्ठानं तथा कर्ता करणं च पृथग्विधं विविधाश्च पृथक् चेष्टा दैवं चैवात्र पञ्चमम्। शरीरवान् मनोभिर्यत् कर्म प्रारभते नरः न्याय्यं वा विपरीतं वा पञ्चैते तस्य हेतवः। तत्रैवं सति कर्तारम् आत्मानं केवलं तु यः पश्यत्यकृतबुद्धित्वान् न स पश्यति दुर्मतिः। यस्य नाहङ्कृतो भावो बुद्धिर्यस्य न लिप्यते हत्वापि स इमान् लोकान् न हन्ति न निबध्यते। ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं परिज्ञाता त्रिविधा कर्म चोदना, करणं कर्म कर्तेति त्रिविधः कर्म संग्रहः। ज्ञानं कर्म च कर्ता च त्रिधैवा गुणभेदतः, प्रोच्यते गुणसंख्याने यथा वच्छृणुतान्यपि। सर्वभूतेषु येनैकं भावम् अव्ययमीक्षते, अविभक्तं विभक्तेषु तज्ज्ञानं विद्धि सात्विकम्। पृथक्त्वेन तु यज्ज्ञानं नानाभावान् पृथग्विधान् वेत्ति सर्वेषु भूतेषु तज्ज्ञानं विद्धि राजसम्। यत्तु कृत्स्नवद् एकस्मिन् कार्ये सक्तम् अहैतुकम्, अतत्त्वार्थवद् अल्पं च तत्तामसम् उदाहृतम्। नियतं संगरहितम् अरागद्वेषतः कृतम्, अफलप्रेप्सुना कर्म यत्तत् सात्विकमुच्यते। यत्तु कामेप्सुना कर्म साहंकारेण वा पुनः क्रियते बहुलायासां तद्राजसम् उदाहृतम्। अनुबन्धं क्षयं हिंसाम् अनपेक्षा च पौरुषम्, मोहाद् आरभ्यते कर्म यत्तत् तामसमुच्यते। मुक्तसंगो न संवादी धृत्युत्साहसमन्वितः, सिद्ध्य सिद्ध्योर्निर्विकारः कर्ता सात्विक उच्यते। रागी कर्म फल प्रेप्सुर्लुब्धो हिंसात्मको शुचिः, हर्षशोकान्वितः कर्ता राजसः परिकीर्तितः। अयुक्तः प्राकृतः स्तब्धः शठो नैष्कृतिको लसः, विषादी दीर्घसूत्री च कर्ता तामस उच्यते। बुद्धेर्भेदं धृतेश्चैव गुणतस्त्रिविधं शृणु, प्रोच्यमानम् अशेषेण पृथक्त्वेन धनञ्जय। प्रवृत्तिं च निवृत्तिं च कार्याकार्ये भयाभये, बन्धं मोक्षं च या वेत्ति बुद्धिः सा पार्थ सात्विकी। यया धर्मम् अधर्मं च कार्यं चाकार्यमेव च अयथावत् प्रजानाति बुद्धिः सा पार्थ राजसी। अधर्मं धर्मम् इति या मन्यते तमसा वृता, सर्वार्थान् विपरीतांश्च बुद्धिः सा पार्थ तामसी। धृत्या यया धारयते मनः प्राणेन्द्रियक्रियाः, योगेनाव्यभिचारिण्या धृतिः सा पार्थ सात्विकी। यया तु धर्म कामार्थान् धृत्या धारयतेऽर्जुन, प्रसंगेन फलाकांक्षी धृतिः सा पार्थ राजसी। यया स्वप्नं भयं शोकं विषादं मदमेव च न विमुञ्चति दुर्मेधा धृतिः सा पार्थ तामसी। सुखं त्विदानीं त्रिविधं शृणु मे भरतर्षभा, अभ्यासाद् रमते यत्र दुःखान्तं च निगच्छति। यत्तद् अग्रे विषम् इव परिणामे मृतोपमं, तत्सुखं सात्विकं प्रोक्तम् आत्मबुद्धिप्रसादजम्। विषयेन्द्रिय संयोगाद् यत्तद् अग्रे मृतोपमं, परिणामे विषम् इव तत्सुखं राजसं स्मृतम्। यदग्रे चानुबन्धे च सुखं मोहनम् आत्मनः, निद्रालस्य प्रमादोत्थं तत्तामसम् उदाहृतम्। न तद् अस्ति पृथिव्यां वा दिवि देवेषु वा पुनः, सत्त्वं प्रकृतिजैर्मुक्तं यद् एभिः स्यात् त्रिभिर्गुणैः। ब्राह्मणक्षत्रियविशां शूद्राणां च परन्तप, कर्माणि प्रविभक्तानि स्वभावा प्रभवैर्गुणैः। शमोदमस्तपः शौचं क्षान्तिरार्जवमेव च, ज्ञानं विज्ञानमास्तिक्यं ब्रह्म कर्म स्वभावजम्। शौर्यं तेजो धृतिर्दाक्ष्यं युद्धे चाप्यपलायनं, दानम् ईश्वरभावश्च क्षात्रं कर्म स्वभावजम्। कृषि गोरक्ष वाणिज्यं वैश्यकर्म स्वभावजं, परिचर्यात्मकं कर्म शूद्रस्यापि स्वभावजम्। स्वे स्वे कर्मण्यभिरतः संसिद्धिं लभते नरः, Swakarma niratah siddhim yatha vindati tachrinu. Yatah pravrittir bhutanam yena sarvam midam satam tatam swakarmana tam abhyarchya siddhim vindati manavaha. So if you remember from yesterday's Chaitanya Charitamrita class, what uh, Ramananda Rai said, this verse only. Yataha pravrittir. So he said that by worshipping Krishna, karmarpanam to Krishna, if you do, that is the goal, he said, right? So I remember this verse. Yataha pravrittir bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam swakarmana tam abhyarchya. With one's karma, if you worship that Lord, siddhim vindati manavaha, you will get perfection. श्रेयान् स्वधर्मो विगुणः परधर्मात् स्वनुष्ठितात् स्वभावानियतं कर्म कुर्वन्नाप्नोति किल्बिषम्. सहजं कर्म कौन्तेय सदोषम् अपि न त्यजेत्. सर्वारम्भा हि दोषेण धूमेनाग्निरिवावृताः. आसक्तबुद्धिः सर्वत्र जितात्मा विगतस्पृहः नैष्कर्म्य सिद्धिं परमां संन्यासेनाधिगच्छति. सिद्धिं प्राप्तो यथा ब्रह्मा तथाप्नोति निबोध मे. समासेनैव कौन्तेय निष्ठा ज्ञानस्य या परा. This we saw yesterday. What are the various jnana sadhanas? Buddhya vishuddhaya yukto dhrityatmanam niyamya cha shabdadin vishayams tyaktva ragadveshau vyudasya cha vivikta sevi lagvashi yata vakkaya manasaha dhyana yoga paro nityam vairagyam samupashritaha. अहंकारं बलं दर्पं कामं क्रोधं परिग्रहं विमुच्य निर्ममः शांतो ब्रह्म भूयाय कल्पते. So by following all these jnana sadhanas, ultimately one gets Brahman realization. What is that Brahman realization? He will see there is no bheda. He will only see Brahman everywhere. Brahma bhuta prasannatma na shochati na kankshati samah sarveshu bhuteshu madbhaktim labhate param. So one who realizes Brahman like this, what is his condition? Na sochati na kankshati. He doesn't have to, he does not lament for anything, he's not hankering for anything. Prasannatma, right? He's experiencing Brahmananda. Samaha sarveshu bhuteshu. He's not seeing any difference between two objects because he sees whatever he sees only as Brahman. Then for such a person, now he'll give up that jnana also and only bhakti is remaining. Mad bhaktim, with the help of bhakti, labhate param, he will go and merge into Brahman. So these verses we will discuss tomorrow. Let's do Srimad Bhagavatam today, or maybe I'll do one verse, okay? Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tatvataha tato mam tatvato gyatva visate tadanantaram. Visate means to enter. Visate tadanantaram. He will enter. So this verse is talking until here. The previous verse was talking about the jnanis. So we were seeing this diagram yesterday. So after following Nishkama Karma Yoga, now he started Jnana Sadhanas, text 51 to 53. By following those Jnana Sadhanas, here he has realized Brahman, okay? He got Nirbheda Jnanam. Now, after he gets Nirbheda Jnanam, there is no need of that Brahma Jnana also. So he leaves Vidya. Vidya cuts Vidya. How? The way, wood produces fire and that fire burns wood also. So jnana is produced from vidya and that jnana is now, the jnana is also coming from vidya only. So by at the end, jnana is also finished, vidya is also finished. So what is remaining? Only bhakti is remaining. So mad bhaktim labhate param, we said. So with the help of that bhakti, he realizes the absolute truth. What is the absolute truth for him? Nirguna Brahma. So he will actually realize and he will enter into Brahman. Okay, Aikya Jnanam he will get. By Bhakti he will get Aikya Jnanam. That that Brahman and I, it's one only. I am also that Brahman. Like that he will understand. So then what I'm trying to say is this next verse that we are reading, 55, is saying visate tadanantara. Visate means he will enter. So you can take either on this side, left side, or on the right side. Either way, it is applicable. Okay. So on the left side means he will enter into Brahman. On the right side means he will achieve the Supreme Lord. So text 55 is saying, bhaktya mam abhijanati. So by bhakti, he will know me. Krishna is saying. So here bhakti means what? In the case of jnanis, after that vidya is finished, whatever bhakti is remaining, that bhakti uh, which is not mixed with karma or jnana, kevala bhakti is there. With the help of that bhakti, abhijanati, he will know me. He will know me means for jnani, he will realize that I am that Brahma. He will not see any difference between himself and Brahma, Aikya Jnanam. And then he will go and merge into Brahman for a Jnani. Whereas for a devotee, by bhakti, by Shuddha Bhakti, ultimately in Prema stage, right? He will get Sakshatkar of Bhagavan, right? Yavan Yaschasmi Tattvataha, he will be able to know the Lord in truth. Tato mam tattvato gyata vishate tadanantaram. After knowing me, now he will enter into the spiritual world. So this verse is applicable to both. You can apply it to the jnani as well as to the devotee. Okay. Bhaktya mam abhijanati. You can know the Lord by bhakti only. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tattvataha. Yavan yaschasmi tattvataha means how much, right? About the Lord. He will get all knowledge about the Lord. How much and what is the Supreme Lord. So that he will realize how one will know about the Lord only when the Lord reveals himself. That verse, Bhagavad Gita 10, 10:9. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam. Dadami, I give buddhi yogam tam. Usko मैं बुद्धि देता हूँ. Their buddhi means what? The Lord is revealing himself to the devotee in the stage of prema. He is revealing, right? So dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite, by which he can come back to me, according to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. So here also same thing. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tattvataha. कितना है, क्या है भगवान के बारे में, how much, ఎంత ఎవరు భగవంతుడు అన్నది he will understand. యావాన్ యశ్చాస్మి తత్వతః. How? By bhakti. By bhakti means by that bhakti, when the Lord reveals himself, he will understand. Tato mam tattvato gyatva, after knowing him, vishate tadanantaram, then he will enter. So in the case of devotee, he is entering into the spiritual world. And the same thing, if you are applying it to the jnani, he will enter into Brahman. Then there, in that case, he is getting knowledge about the Lord, means he is getting Aikya Jnanam, because that is his goal. He realized Brahman, now Aikya Jnanam means Brahman and I are one. So then he'll just go and merge into Brahman, like that. One can understand me as I am, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, only by devotional service, and when one is in full consciousness of me by such devotion, he can enter into the kingdom of God. Okay? So this 56 onwards will be talking only about devotee in this case. Okay. So this we will take tomorrow, because today I want to spend on Bhagavatam. Okay. So tomorrow we will start with 56. Sent already? Okay. So Srimad Bhagavatam, we are discussing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 5, the meeting of Vasudev and Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj and Vasudev. Talks between Nanda Maharaj and Vasudev. So what did we discuss yesterday? That Nanda Maharaj is, Vasudev is enquiring from Nanda Maharaj. Okay. Vasudev is enquiring from Nanda Maharaj. What is he enquiring? That Mahavan, where you're residing, is it safe for the cows? Are the cows nicely protected there? And then what else did he say? He said that is there plenty of water for the cows, plenty of grass and plenty of vines, lata, right? For the cows to eat. Is there enough? So that means if the cows are safe means, and also you are living, so are the cows safe in the place, where, which place? Brihadvana means Mahavana, where you are living with your Suhrida. Suhrida means your dear ones, right? Suhrida means, Hrida means heart. Suhrida means those who have a beautiful heart. That means those who are favorable to you, those who are always wishing you well. In their hearts, they're your well-wishers. They are your friends. They are your, well-wishers. So you're living with your well-wishers. So you're living with your well-wishers means everything is safe. There's no danger. There is no emergency. Cows are safe means then Yashodama is also drinking cow's milk nicely. The cows are happy. They're giving milk. Yashodama is drinking milk. So Krishna must also be drinking milk and he must also be safe. In this way, indirectly, by context, he's trying to get information. Then what else did he say after that? He said he asked about Balaram. Mama Sutaha, he said, right? Which verse? Yeah, my son Baladev. Also, I hope there is no disease, he said. There is no disease. Okay. Why he said there is no disease? Because this is also one, Srila Harishori ji, he is a commentator whom Radha Govind Maharaj is quoting. He says, or actually no, he says Kalidas. He says in his writing that dear ones are always thinking of anishta. Anishta means some unfavorable thing might happen. There's always fear in their heart. Those who love you, in their heart, they're always worrying that there may not be any unfavorable circumstance, there may not be any danger. It's natural. When there is love, it is natural to contemplate that there may not be any dangerous situation, worrying that there may not. So let's say someone who is very dear to you is traveling, and then your heart is worrying that, oh, there may not be any accident or some, mishap may not happen, like that. It's natural when there is love. So that is why Vasudev is asking, the place where you're staying, Mahavan, that's free from all diseases, right? Then in the next verse, he said, Mama Sutaha, right? My son, who is now in Vraja, your Vraja, along with his mother, is he doing well? So here he is indicating who? Balaramji, right? So you are in, why he's saying this, that we discussed yesterday, whatever we did not discuss, additional points I'm saying. His intention is to ask that he's still there, right? My son Balaram and his mother, they're still there, or out of fear of Kamsa, you have sent them also somewhere, like I sent them away. Vasudev sent, of course, Rohini was still pregnant when he sent away. So he sent Rohini away. There was arrangement. The boats were brought. Akrurji arranged because Vasudev was already in prison. So Akrurji had arranged for boats to take Vasudev's wives to cross the river, and they were sent to different places along with their children. No single wife of Vasudev was there in Mathura, nor any of his children. They were all sent away to different places for protection from Kamsa. So now Vasudev is saying, my son along with his mother is there with you. Means what? They're still there, or did you send them somewhere else out of fear of Kamsa? Are they there? That's one intention. And also, if they are there, they're fine, right? They're doing well, right? And of course, we discussed the angle why he's saying Mama Sutta to Balaram only. He knows that he's also the father of Krishna. Why he's not saying my children? Why he's only asking about my son? Because one thing is, Nanda Maharaj does not know this. Nanda Maharaj is thinking it is his son, and Vasudev wants him to think that it is his son. Not only now, but also in future. In future also, if at all he comes to hear from someone that Krishna is Vasudev's son, he will not believe it because of this statement of of Vasudev, that when he said my son, he didn't say my sons. So there won't be any doubt in his heart. And if Nanda Maharaj does not have any doubt in his heart, means then Krishna is saved. And also, if any spies of Kamsa were around, and if they hear this, they will also say, oh, Vasudev was not inquiring about Nanda's son. He was inquiring about his son, Rohini's son. So that way, Krishna will be saved. So now let's see what else Vasudev is inquiring. This is all Vasudev inquiring from Kamsa. Is the place you're staying, is it free from diseases, and there's plenty of water for the cows, like that. And then he said, my son Balaram along with his mother is staying with you. Is he okay? Are they doing fine? And he must be considering you to be his father. Or there can be a question also there. Is he considering you to be your father? Right? He must be thinking you are his father, or is he treating you like his father? And also, he's appreciating you and your wife Yashoda are raising my son so nicely, like that. Next verse. Okay, this one we finished yesterday. We are coming to the end of this chapter now. Pumsastrivargo vihitaha suhrido hyanubhavitaha nateshu klishyamaneshu trivargothaya kalpate. Pumsa means men, human beings, okay, men. Purusha. Pumsa means man. Okay. Pumsas trivargo vihitaha. What are trivarga? Trivarga means dharma, artha, kama. Okay. Trivarga, dharma, artha, kama. Vihitaha. Vihitaha means that which is instructed, that which is given in the Shastra. It's an order, right? Trivarga is the order of Shastra. These are the duties that you should do, prescribed duties. So, Trivarga. Pumsas trivargo vihitaha, trivarga which is enjoined in the Shastras for men. Suhridohi anubhavitaha. Why this trivarga is meant? What is the purpose of this trivarga? Why are the Vedas giving us this trivarga, dharma, artha, kama you should do? Why the Vedas are giving us this instruction? Because by this dharma, artha, kama, your suhridas means, just now as we discussed, those whose hearts are favorable to you, those who are always wishing you well, generally your family members, right? And dear ones, friends, relatives. This trivarga dharma artha kama is meant for the enjoyment of your suhridas, anubhava, so that they may enjoy this. So when a man does trivarga, so first he will do dharma, and by doing dharma, then he will get artha, and that with that artha there will be sense gratification. Why a man works so hard? He works so hard so that he can provide for his family members and make them happy. His wife, his children, his parents, his relatives, his brothers, right? His community members. So for this only he is doing trivarga. That's why Shastra is saying that you should do. So that means to make your suhridas, happy. That is the purpose of trivarga. Dharma, artha, kama's purpose is so by this dharma, artha, kama, or in other words, when you do dharma, artha, kama, not that for their purpose, but when you do dharma and then you get artha and kama, and by that when your suhridas, when your well-wishers enjoy that, whatever you earn, that gives you happiness. Yes or no? So you work so hard and then you buy some things and you bring it for your child or for your wife or your father and mother, you give. And by getting that, when they are happy, seeing them enjoy what you have offered, you get happiness. Yes? So, if they were not there, what will be your impetus to work so hard in this world? Of course, we are not seeing from spiritual angle here. You should understand, right? There is, various levels. There is Artha Shastra, there is Dharma Shastra, there is Jnana Shastra. So here we are talking on the level of, Dharma. So you're doing your Dharma, your activities, by that you will earn, right? And by earning, when you're earning, you're spending for your family, and when your family members are enjoying it, they're enjoying whatever you have worked for, that gives you happiness. That is the source of your happiness. Srila Prabhupada also quotes from Marshall, the economist, that family life is the impetus for uh, economic development. That means when a man is married, now he has a wife, and then he will have children. Now for them, he will become, very, he will become a very responsible in terms of working and earning. If he didn't have a wife and family, then he won't be so keen on working so hard and earning and all that. Anyway, it's okay for one person how much I have to work. But if you have a family, then you'll work so hard, isn't it? So this trivarga, dharma, artha, kama that you do it so that your dear ones, your suhridas, they can enjoy that, whatever you are earning. And when they enjoy, that gives you happiness. So what is Vasudev saying here? After Vasudev inquired, finally Vasudev is expressing, he couldn't stay without expressing his distress. Now to his brother Nanda Maharaj, he is expressing his pain. What is his pain? He's saying, Pumsas trivargo vihitaha, right? Shastras are enjoining trivarga, dharma, artha, kama for man. Why? Suhridohi anubhavitaha, so that the well-wishers of this man, they can enjoy. Nateshu klishya maneshu trivargorthaya kalpate. So this trivarga is supposed to give you happiness. This trivarga is supposed to give you happiness. By doing this trivarga, you'll become happy. How you'll become happy? When your dear ones, your family members, they enjoy the results of your trivarga. They participate, right? They also participate in your trivarga, your artha that you earn and the sense enjoyment. Together with them you enjoy, that gives you happiness. But in my case, my family life is a total failure, Vasudev is saying. My trivarga, that means as a householder or as a kshatriya, I do, especially as a householder, okay? You do your dharma, you earn artha, but your family members for whom you're working so hard, you're not able to provide for them. Vasudev is saying, I am not able to provide for them. The people for whom I'm doing trivarga, they are somewhere. My wives are all scattered here and there, and my children, they're all in different places. Not only are they far away from me, that they're not able to enjoy, right, my trivarga, they're not able to get the benefits of my trivarga, but also not only are they separated from me, they're also living in hiding, in hiding. Out of fear they are living. So trivarga, which is supposed to make a man happy, in my case, it is only giving me so much pain. All this opulence, wealth, and comforts that I have, they're only giving me pain, seeing that my dear ones who are supposed to enjoy all this, they're scattered here and there and living in hiding out of fear. I'm not able to provide for my children. Imagine small newborn babies. I'm not able to get any, and also see, when you have a small child, how much pleasure the parents get interacting with that child, seeing that child has. That's also the result, right? When you're a grihastha, when you get children, then the pleasure that you derive from children, that is also your artha that you get by your dharma, by grihastha dharma. This is the result you're getting, and then from that you're getting so much pleasure. Kama. So I am deprived of that. Although I am doing my dharma, he has wives, he has children, but they're all somewhere else, and he's not able to provide for them. Of course, directly he was not able to do when he was in the prison, but through Akruji used to send from time to time some maintenance. Whenever possible, he would try to send for the queens. But Vasudev couldn't do anything because he was in the prison himself. So he's saying that trivarga is supposed to make you happy, but in my case, it's only giving me so much pain. Klishyamananam. It's just giving me so much pain. Seeing that those who are supposed to enjoy this trivarga, they're not getting any benefit from this. Pumsas trivargo vihitaha suhrido hyanubhavitaha nateshu klishyamaneshu. Actually, they're not supposed to give you pain. Nateshu klishyamaneshu. They're not meant to give you pain. When you do trivarga, you're supposed to become happy because you're following Vedic injunctions properly. But those which are supposed to make me happy, which are not supposed to make me unhappy, actually they're making me unhappy now. For translation and purpose of Prabhupada. When one's friends and relatives are properly situated, one's religion, economic development, and sense gratification, as described in the Vedic literatures, are beneficial. Otherwise, if one's friends and relatives are in distress, these three cannot offer any happiness. Purport. Vasudev regretfully informed Nanda Maharaj that although he had his wife and children, he could not properly discharge his duty of maintaining them and was therefore unhappy. So that is his unhappiness, right? As a grihastha, he had everything. He had not one, he had many wives and many children. Many children he had, but he was not able to see them, he was not able to provide for them, and this is the source of his unhappiness. Now, you can picture Nanda Maharaj was actually, Vasudev was actually in tears. Vasudev was crying. Oh, this is my condition, right? My trivarga is not giving me any happiness. Sri Nanda uvacha ahote devaki putraha kamsena bahavo hataha eka vashishta varaja kanya sapi divam gata. So, hearing Vasudev, seeing Vasudev crying, now Nanda Maharaj is the older brother, right? Nanda Maharaj is trying to, at first, so he will try to pacify, console Vasudev, but the way, first he's feeling so bad himself, right? He is expressing his, aho means it is so sad, like that. He's saying, this is so terrible. What has happened to you is so terrible, like that. Aho, te Devaki putraha, your sons from Devaki. Te Devaki putraha, your sons from Devaki. Kamsena bahavo hataha. Bahavo means many. Many of your sons born of Devaki were killed by Kamsa. Kamsena hataha. Many of your sons, putraha, born of Devaki, were killed by Kamsa. That means it's not that all the sons of Vasudev were killed. Many of his sons were killed. Why? Because he had other wives also and he had sons from others. But Devaki's sons, yes, many sons were killed. 6 sons were killed. Actually, 6 sons were killed. 7th one was transferred to Rohini. But Vasudev was not aware of that. So, everyone thought that there was a miscarriage. That the 7th baby mysteriously disappeared. There was a miscarriage. So, Nanda Maharaj is saying, counting that 7th one also, along with the 6. That 7 sons, you had 7 sons and 1 daughter. Okay. So, you're through Devaki. So, many sons born of Devaki, they were all killed by Kamsa. They were all killed by Kamsa means even the 7th one is also killed by Kamsa. How? By giving some, we read there, maybe by some tantra mantra or by giving some medicine or something, he caused a miscarriage, like that. There was some rumor, people were talking like that. So Nanda Maharaj he counted 7th also. So many of your sons were born of Devaki, were killed by Kamsa. Oh, this is so sad. This is so terrible, right? Then Eka Vashishta Avaraja. Eka Avashishta Avashishta Avaraja means the last one. Eka, one. Avashishta, remaining, right? The one remaining, which one? The last child that was remaining, Kanya, was a girl. So 7 babies were killed by Kamsa. And finally you had one who was a girl. Sapi Divamgata. That one also Divamgata. Divamgata can mean two things. Divamgata means one who went into the sky. And the other meaning of Divangat means to die. So here, of course, Nanda Maharaj didn't mean to say that she died, but she left. So Nanda Maharaj also got news how the 8th one, after 7 babies, Vasudev got 8th child, but the 8th child turned out to be a baby, a daughter. And that daughter also flew away into the sky. And she turned into Durga Devi. So Nanda Maharaj's intention of saying this was, this is so sad. All the babies born of Devaki were killed, and finally there was one daughter. Even if you have a daughter, that is also great happiness, right? You have a daughter, either son or daughter. If you have a child, it gives so much happiness to the parents. If you don't have a son, then the daughter's husband will become your son. Your son-in-law, you treat your son-in-law like your son. So it's great joy to have a child. So at least the final last one, the daughter should have stayed with you. Do we ever see that? This is unbelievable. We never heard that a child is born and the child just flies away into the sky. What is this? Like this. He's expressing his shock and his, he's feeling so sorry. What is this? How did this happen? Okay, that was Durga Devi. So it's good news that, Durga Devi appeared as your daughter. But even if she had appeared as your daughter, at least she should have stayed with you so that she will give you the pleasure of being, so that you have a child and you see the childhood pastimes of your daughter, of your child. She should have stayed at least for 100 years with you as a daughter. She was born and she just disappeared. This is so sad. This is so sad. This is Nanda Maharaj's intention of saying this verse to Vasudev. Sri Nanda uvacha ahote devaki putraha kamsena bahavo hataha eka vashishtavaraja कन्या सापी दिवम गता. जो एक बच गई वो भी आकाश में चली गई. This is so sad. Like that. The one that remained, she also went into the sky. Nanda Maharaj said, alas, King Kamsa killed so many of your children born of Devaki, and your one daughter, the youngest child of all, entered the heavenly planets. Purport. When Vasudev understood from Nanda Maharaj, so here, Srila Prabhupada is saying ahead of time in the purport, but the next verse, right? So what happened here? Nanda Maharaj is saying what? Nanda Maharaj is saying that I am so sorry that your daughter also didn't stay. You had 7 sons and 1 daughter. 8th one is a daughter. Means what? From Vasudev's perspective, Nanda Maharaj doesn't know anything. That the daughter was his daughter, and the child that is with him is actually my son. I went and exchanged. He doesn't know anything. That was his concern from the beginning. That is why Vasudev didn't he didn't even say you had a child. He should have said, because Vasudev is truthful. He's known for his truthfulness. If Vasudev had properly inquired from Nanda Maharaj, he would have said, I feel so sorry that your daughter, I brought, you had a daughter, but that daughter also. But that would mean, it would be terrible to say that. What if Nanda Maharaj did not know? Then when he hears that, it's going to be a shock for him. What? The daughter was my daughter, right? And the child who's with me is your son. If Nanda Maharaj didn't know, if he had said the truth. But if he didn't say that, because now Nanda Maharaj has a son, if Vasudev says, I heard you had a son, and if Nanda Maharaj knew that Vasudev exchanged, then what will he think? He knows everything and he's saying, I had a son. See, he's lying to me. That is one thing. And the other thing is Vasudev's mouth also, now he's speaking a lie. Because from Vasudev's understanding, he had the son. Krishna was born to Vasudev and Nanda Maharaj had a daughter. Now if he says, Nanda Maharaj, you had a son, then Vasudev will become a liar. So that's why, to be on the safe side, he said, you had a child. No gender mentioned. Okay. So now, when Vasudev said that all your sons were killed, the last one, the daughter who was a daughter, she also went away into the sky. Hearing this, Vasudev became so relieved. Oh, Nanda Maharaj doesn't know anything. He's thinking that the daughter is mine. My eighth child is a daughter and she disappeared. So he became relieved. Nanda Maharaj doesn't know anything. That's what Srila Prabhupada is saying in the purport. When Vasudev understood from Nanda Maharaj that the mystery of Krishna's birth and his having been exchanged with Yashoda's daughter was yet undisclosed. Nanda Maharaj didn't know of this. Vasudev realized this. By Nanda Maharaj's inquiry, Nanda Maharaj's reply, how he's expressing his sorrow that Vasudev's children are killed, from that Vasudev could understand Nanda does not know that Vasudev exchanged the babies. So understanding this, he was happy. Vasudev became relieved. Vasudev became happy. He was happy that things were going on nicely. By saying that Vasudev's daughter, his youngest child, had gone to the heavenly planets, Nanda Maharaj indicated that he did not know that this daughter was born of Yashoda and that Vasudev had exchanged her with Krishna. Thus, the doubts of Vasudev were dispelled. So, now, does Vasudev have any one thing we should know? Vasudev didn't have any sorrow about himself. All these years he was in the prison, his babies were killed. That was not his concern or that was not his pain. His only concern was the safety of Krishna and Balaram. That's all. That was his only concern. So if Nanda Maharaj knew, then that would mean danger for Krishna Balaram. If he uttered it somewhere, then Kamsa would come to know and he would kill. So his fear, his pain was only for the protection of Krishna and Balaram. As soon as he heard that Nanda Maharaj doesn't know anything, now he became completely relieved. Completely relieved. No worries now. But Nanda Maharaj, poor Nanda Maharaj is thinking, even the previous verse, when Vasudev said, my trivarga is simply giving me pain, talking about Krishna and Balaram, they were away from him. He's not able to do anything for them. And they're also in danger, hiding from Kamsa, like that. But Nanda Maharaj is thinking, oh, so many of your babies were killed. I feel so sorry. He begins to pacify now. Let's see what Nanda Maharaj says in the next verse. Nanda Maharaj is saying, continuing, Nunam hi adrishta nishtoyam adrishta paramo janaha adrishtam atmanastatvam yo vedana sa muhyati Nunam hi adrishta nishto ayam. Means what? Adrishta here means, drishta means that which is seen. Adrishta means that which is not seen. Right? Adrishta. Adrishtam you say, right? Adrishta means that which is not seen. What is it that is not seen? Karma. Right? According to your karma, your karma, destiny, what you call. Destiny is what? Destiny is the result of your karma only. Your prarabdha karma that comes to you. Adrishta. Right? Prarabdha, aprarabdha, all various stages. They will be coming to you. What is going to happen next? You don't know. Nobody knows. Janaha. Adrsta paramo janaha. Janaha means people, right? Those who take birth. Those ja means taking birth. Those who take birth are jana. So people in this world, for them, adrsta is supreme. As you say, destiny is supreme. That means what is supposed to happen will happen and you don't know what will happen. Adrishta, it is unknown. Okay? Nunam hi adrishta nishtoyam. Adrishta nishtoyam means what is going to happen, you cannot know. The controller is your karma, your destiny, or your karma. You are not able to see what is how your karma is going to come to you, in what way it is going to come, what is going to happen next, you don't know. But it is all being dictated by karma. Nunam hi adrishta nishtoyam adrishta paramo janaha. So this adrishta, how is this adrishta coming to you? Of course, ultimately the controller is Paramatma. Through Paramatma only he sanctions according to your karma. Paramatma also follows according to karma. Okay, but it is adrishta. Okay, so everything is controlled by destiny or your karma. That is supreme. You cannot do anything in front of destiny, in front of your karmic reactions. When they come, there's nothing you can do. You have to just accept it. Adrishtam atmanas tattvam yo veda nasa muhyati. Somebody who understands this, a person who understands that anything which is happening in my life, it is the result of my karma, and there's nothing I can do about it other than simply accepting it. This is my prarabdha, right? I have to accept my prarabdha. Somebody, such a person, he will not be disturbed or he will not be bewildered. Anyone who understands the role of adrishta. Adrishta means karma. Not just the role of karma, the position of karma. That so many things that are happening, either good or bad, happiness or distress. Now, what is Vasudev's distress? His wives, his children, they're all separated from him. His babies were killed, right? 7 babies, according to Nanda Maharaj, 7 babies were killed. And the 8th baby just went into the sky. That's what he said in the previous verse. So this is so sad, this is so terrible. But all this is being dictated by karma. There's nothing you can do against karma. When what will happen, who will die, who will stay, you don't know. But if someone understands that whatever is happening in my life, karma is dictating and I don't have any power in front of that, such a person will be able to accept things and he will not become bewildered. So Nanda Maharaj is trying to console Vasudev, saying that don't worry. Whatever is destined is going to happen. You will not achieve anything by fighting against it, or, if you understand that destiny is making things happen, destiny means karma, then you won't be as disturbed, right? You won't be as disturbed, as bewildered. This is Nanda Maharaj's intention of speaking to Vasudev. He's saying the 7 babies that were killed and the 8th baby that disappeared, all this happened because of their karma, right? They had to go like that. And you were meant, because of your karma, your children were supposed to be separated from you. And this is adrishta. Adrishta means it is unseen. Nobody can know what will happen. That's the main point here. Adrishta, adrishta, adrishta is saying. Why adrishta is said? Adrishta means you cannot know what is going to happen. It is unknown. Nobody can predict what will happen. It is unknown. So anything can happen in life. One who's prepared for this, that whatever is happening, it's being dictated from above by higher authorities as a result of my own karma, and I cannot know what is happening. One who can understand this, he will not be so worried. He will not be so disturbed. That is Nanda Maharaj's intention. So Nanda Maharaj is trying to console Vasudev that what can be done, right? No, we cannot predict what will happen. Like that is trying to say. But through Nanda Maharaj's words, actually Saraswati Devi is speaking here. That was Nanda Maharaj's intention. But Saraswati ji is giving a real meaning through Nanda Maharaj's words. Many times we come across this in Srimad Bhagavatam. When we hear, even in Bhagavad Gita, when we hear Hiranyakashipu speaking to Prahlad Maharaj, right? Actually, he's saying, you are, a kalank for my family, right? You're like an axe that has come to cut down the sandalwood tree and this and that. So many things he said. But Saraswati ji is giving another meaning, how Prahlad Maharaj is so glorious. From the words of Hiranyakashipu only. Like that here, Nanda Maharaj is saying something and we saw what is his intention. He's trying to pacify Vasudev. Don't worry, we cannot know what will happen. This was meant to happen. Like that he's trying to pacify. Saraswati ji is saying, adrsta means you don't know. So her intention is, the way you did not know, you could not, you never imagined that you will have 7 children and all 7 children will be killed by Kamsa. And also the way you did not, so the way you could not see it come, you couldn't see it happening, still it happened. In the same way, now you are not seeing, but the way without your seeing, without your knowing that happened, those same children will come back to you again. And you're not able to see that now. The way you didn't see that they were going to be killed, now also you're not seeing that they're actually going to come back to you. And this actually happened. Devaki Mai, later on, after Kamsa was killed and Krishna Balaram, they released Vasudev Devaki from the prison. Then then they went to Gurukul also. Vasudev sent Krishna to Sandipani Muni's ashram for Krishna Balaram. So after they finished their Gurukula education, they were to give their Guru Dakshina. So Sandipani Muni's wife said that she asked her husband to ask them to bring their dead son back, who was lost in Prabhasa. So Krishna Balaram actually went and got the dead son back. First they went into the ocean where the child was lost, because one demon, Shankachuda, Panchajani, he had taken that child. So they went into the depths of the ocean to find out. And then they saw the child was not there. Then they went to Yamaraj's abode and ordered Yamaraj to return that child. And Yamaraj gave that child. And bringing the child back, they gave to their guru, Sandipani Muni. So Devaki Mai heard all this. And she thought, oh wow, my children are so great. So she had a desire. So one day she asked Krishna, my dear Krishna, Balaram, the way you brought your guru's son back, I have a desire to see your older brothers. As soon as they were born, Kamsa killed them, 6 babies. So I want to feed them my milk. I couldn't even feed them. So then Krishna actually brings those 6 sons back to Devaki. And she actually feeds them her breast milk. And because Krishna had first taken Devaki Mai's milk before Vasudev took her to Gokula that night, now when these 6 babies drank Devaki's milk, that milk was Mahaprasad of Krishna, because Krishna first drank. So these 6 babies, by drinking the milk of Devaki, they went back because they got Krishna's remnants. So they left from there. They didn't stay. They didn't stay back to grow up, but they just went back to the spiritual world, getting the remnants of Krishna. So either to the spiritual world or to wherever their destination was, they went away. So the point here is, here Nanda Maharaj, when he said that adrsta, right, you lost your 6 sons, Saraswati ji is saying that adrishtam means not seeing, adrishtan, unseen. The way you could not see, that, or you didn't understand how your 6 babies were killed, in the same way now you're not able to see, but those 6 babies will come back to you. The way they were taken away, in the same way they will come back to you. Don't worry, my dear Vasudev. Like this, Nanda Maharaj is reassuring Vasudev. Who's giving this meaning? Saraswati ji is giving. And not only that, one more thing. The way the 8th child disappeared, that also he didn't expect. The 8th child was a girl and she disappeared into the sky, he said, right? But actually, who is the 8th child? It's Krishna. 8th child also left Vasudev, went away. The way he left completely unexpectedly, he couldn't see this happening before, that his 8th child will be born and he will go away. He couldn't see that. In the same way, you're not able to see, but that 8th child will come back to you. The way he left and went away from you, he will also come back to you, which is adrsta, which is unseen, which is not seen by you now, but that's also going to happen. So when Krishna is 11 years old, he will come back to Mathura to kill Kamsa, and then he stays with Vasudeva and Devaki. So this is Saraswati ji's meaning of this verse of adrishtam. Okay. Nunam hi adrishta nishtoyam adrishta paramo janaha adrishtam atmanastatvam yo veda nasa muhyati. One who knows this adrishta is destiny, how it is controlling, he will not be disturbed. Translation: every man is certainly controlled by destiny, which determines the results of one's fruitive activities. In other words, one has a son or daughter because of unseen destiny, right? And when the son or daughter is no longer present, this is also due to unseen destiny. Your having children is because of your past karma, destiny. But you are not seeing your destiny. You don't know whether you're going to have or not have. You cannot see what, everything that's going to happen in your life. It is unseen. And when the child is lost, that is also because of unseen destiny. Destiny is the ultimate controller of everyone. One who knows this is never bewildered. Purport: Nanda Maharaj consoled his younger brother Vasudev by saying that destiny is ultimately responsible for everything. Vasudev should not be unhappy that his many children had been killed by Kamsa, or that the last child, the daughter, had gone to the heavenly planets, because this is all by destiny. What are you going to gain by lamenting like that? Then Sri Vasudeva Uvacha. Now this is very interesting. After Nanda Maharaj, just now he started speaking, right? First he said, "Oh, your children were all killed. I'm so sorry." And then he said, "This is by destiny. Destiny is unseen." He just started. He would have probably said much more to console Vasudev. Hearing Vasudev, he just met Vasudev. They just started speaking now, right? So, and Vasudev had to go through so much trauma. For so many years he was in prison, younger brother. And he came to see him. So Nanda Maharaj would have spoken so much more to console Vasudev. And if Nanda Maharaj's, if Sukadev Goswami didn't want to describe the whole thing that Nanda Maharaj said, because the book will become elaborate, right? So maybe Sukadev Goswami would have said, okay, and now Vasudev said, after Vasudev, so Nanda Maharaj is speaking, he said 2 verses. After that, Sukadev Goswami said, would have come in between. If you see Srimad Bhagavatam verses, when 2 people are speaking, when one person is speaking, it said, and then in between it will say, now Sukadev Goswami will say something, that after hearing Nanda Maharaj, now Vasudev began to speak. And then he will say Vasudeva Uvacha. But what is happening here? Nanda Maharaj just started speaking. Vasudev got the message that Nanda does not know what happened. He does not know that I exchanged the babies. This is good news. Now there is no need. There is no need to pacify me. There is no need to speak anymore. He could anticipate. Vasudev could anticipate. Now Nanda will go on, trying to pacify me, consoling me, saying so many words. but I have no unhappiness. I'm very happy. This is Vasudev's feeling. What distress do I have? I have no distress. I'm so happy that my child is safe. Krishna is safe and nobody knows about it. So now there is no need to console me or anything. What he wanted to hear, he heard. So now he didn't want Nanda Maharaj to waste any more time. Why? Vasudev had already gotten news that Kamsa had decided to kill all babies. And he was going to send his men or his demons to different places to kill babies. He didn't know exactly that Putana will go. That he didn't know. But he knew that Kamsa was already, he had decided and he had sent his companions to kill babies. That means there was danger. And also, Nanda Maharaj is the head of the community in Vraja. So when the head is absent, any danger can come. But when Nanda Maharaj is present as the head, as the leader, he can take care of the situation. There will be protection. When the head is not there, then it can be a very, dangerous, precarious condition. So he wanted Nanda Maharaj to go back to Vraja as soon as possible so that the situation can be saved there. In case there is any danger, Nanda will be there to protect. Situation means he's concerned about Krishna. If there is any danger to Krishna from Kamsa, because Kamsa is looking for the 8th child, then Nanda Maharaj will go and protect Krishna. This is Vasudev's feeling. So Nanda Maharaj just starts to speak and Vasudev is kind of interrupting. See what Vasudev is saying now. So there is not even Sukadev Goswami is also not saying in between. Directly, Nanda Maharaj just now said that this is all by destiny. And see what Vasudev is saying. See Vasudeva Uvacha Karo Vaivarshiko Datto. Kar means what? Taxes. Rage Drishta Vayam Chavaha. Rage Drishta Vayam Chavaha. Nehastheyam Bahutitham Santyutpatas Cha Gokule. He's saying, you have already paid taxes to the king, right? Karovai Varshiko Datto Rage. Datta, giving. Kar means taxes. Varshika, the yearly annual taxes, you have already given to the king. You came here to give taxes. You have given. Drishta Vayam Chavaha. You have also seen me, right? So you wanted to see me. You came and you saw me. So this is also done. Na iha steyam bahutitham. Don't stay in here, in this place for a long time. Na iha steyam bahutitham. Don't stay here for long. Santi utpatascha gokule. Santi. In Gokula, some utpata, some disturbances are happening in Gokula. This is what Vasudev said. You have already, Vasudev, immediately Vasudev said, kind of stopping Nanda Maharaj, like there's no need to, pacify me or anything. He's very happy in his heart. He's saying immediately by stopping him, Nanda Maharaj begins to speak, saying that you have already paid taxes to the king. You have also seen me. Now there is no reason for you to stay here anymore, for any longer. There are some disturbances happening in Gokula. It's not that the disturbance had happened or that Vasudev knew that, Putana was there and she did something and, he could see that she's doing, therefore he's saying, it's not like that. But he knew that soon disturbances will happen because Kamsa is sending his men everywhere to kill babies. So here, one point is that when something is going to happen in near future, when something is about to happen in near future, that is said in present tense. You may have this, you have this experience every day. If somebody asks you to do something, go get me a glass of water. You will say, I'm bringing. You're not bringing, you're still sitting. But I'm bringing means very soon I'm going to get and bring. I'm going to bring you a glass of water. But how do you say, I'm bringing? That means in present tense, you're saying, I'm bringing, right? That which is going to happen in the very near future, you say it in present tense. That is accepted, right? That's how it is actually. So similarly, there is utpata happening in present tense. He's saying there is utpata happening in Gokula. Don't stay here any longer for any more time. For any more time, don't stay here. Go back to Gokula immediately because there is disturbances happening in Gokula. Vasudev is saying, the purpose for which you came, it's accomplished. You paid taxes to the king. You've seen me also. Now you have no reason to stay here. You can go back. One more point here is said is why is Vasudev so eager to send Nanda Maharaj back? Do you want me to continue tomorrow or finish it today? It's already 7 minutes past 8. Should I continue tomorrow? There's one more verse remaining. That's all. Actually, last verse. I'll just say completed. Okay. So Nanda Maharaj is Vasudev. Why Vasudev is sending Nanda Maharaj? Why is so eager to send him away? He said, Durlabham Priya Darshanam. When he first met, he said, right, it's as if life came back to a dead body like that. For me, seeing you is like getting my life back. So now when he got this, why he is so eager to send Nanda Maharaj back? He should have said, stay with me for a few days. Besides, Vasudev knows Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He saw Krishna's four-handed form. Krishna personally instructed him, right? He knows Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why is he concerned for Krishna's protection? And he's sending Nanda Maharaj, a Vaishya leader, king, to go and protect the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Supreme Personality of Godhead needs the protection of, a human being for his protection. Why Vasudev is saying that? What do you understand from this? So, although Vasudev has Aishwarya Bhava, he also has this Vatsalya Prema. Aishwarya Bhava means Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vatsalya Bhava means Krishna is my son, my child. So between the two, who is winning? His love as a father, that is winning over all jnana. So how much ever jnani a person may be, but when it comes to his mamata, right? His Vatsalya Bhava, his love, that always wins over his knowledge, his jnana. So here specifically, it's being said about Vasudev, his love is completely transcendental. It's Krishna Prema, right? His love is for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even though he had Aishwarya Gyan that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he could have easily said, don't worry, Nanda Maharaj, you stay here for a few days. Even if the demons go to Gokula, Krishna will take care of them. He will kill them all. Don't worry. You stay here. Let's spend some time together. We didn't see for so many years. He could have said like that. No, he's so much concern he has. Vasudev, go back for the protection of Krishna. So this is the love of a father, of Vasudev for Krishna. So actually there is no difference in the Vatsalya Prema, that the love, the affection that Nanda Maharaj has for Krishna and Vasudev has for Krishna. Both have the same love. The only difference is Vasudev also has the Aishwarya Jnana. But Vasudev also has so much. So that is why he's sending Nanda Maharaj for the protection of Krishna, lest there should be any danger there in Gokula. So what is he saying? That Karo Vaivarshiko Datto Rage Drishtavayam Javaha Nehastheyam Bahutitham Santi Utpatascha Gokule. Santi Utpatascha Gokule. Happening, right? He's saying that he says in the present tense actually, that some disturbance is happening in Gokula. Why? That means it's going to happen in near future. Vasudev said to Nanda Maharaj, now my dear brother, since you have paid the annual taxes to Kamsa and have also seen me, do not stay in this place for many days. It is better to return to Gokula, since I know that there may be some disturbances there. Now can you imagine what will be Nanda Maharaj's condition when he hears this? Sri Shuka Uvacha iti nandadayo gopaha proktaste shaurinaryayuhu anobhir anadud yuktais tam anugyapya gokulam. Nanda Maharaj didn't even go to stay with Vasudev in his house because he was eager to get back. He came early in the morning. His plan was, I will go back the same day so that there may not be, that's the whole reason why he even came to Mathura, so that there won't be any danger for Krishna. Both fathers are concerned about, their only concern is Krishna's safety, Krishna's protection. And of course, Nanda Maharaj is completely, mesmerized by by Krishna, because he's there seeing Krishna, and, that's there also. But in the case of Vasudev, he's not really, that's why it is that dhi is said. That means he's, by his intelligence, his intelligence is fixed in Krishna, it is said. Whereas for Nanda Maharaj, it is said mahamanaha. That means his mind is completely filled with Krishna. So, but he wanted to get back, his attraction for Krishna. And one more point I have to say here about Vasudev. So why Vasudev is so eager to send back Krishna, we saw, because he's concerned about Krishna's protection. That means his Vatsalya Prema is winning over his Aishwarya Bhava. Okay. But we also said that he has so much attraction for Nanda Maharaj, isn't it? So how he is able to give up that? He just met Nanda Maharaj, and we saw when they embraced, they were in ecstasy, right? Both of them were in Vihvala. That means they were in transcendental ecstasy. Their hairs were standing on end, tears coming, and they were stunned like that. Now, how he is able to give up this ecstasy? Why he is sending him away? So in this context, it is said, an intelligent person should be, if there is, you have some wealth now, but if you give up this wealth, the present wealth, for the sake of a bigger wealth that you're going to get in future, an intelligent person should sacrifice the present pleasure. If you're going to get much more in future, right? If you're going to get much more in future, then whatever little that you're going to get now in terms of pleasure or wealth or something, you should forego this for the sake of the more pleasure which you're going to get in future. So what is Vasudev's calculation? Yes, certainly it's great pleasure for him to be with Nanda Maharaj. But if Nanda Maharaj goes back, if Krishna is safe, in future, he will get to see Krishna, and that pleasure will be much, much, much more. So for that pleasure, for Krishna's safety, but now for the present pleasure, he may have Nanda Maharaj, and that can mean danger to Krishna. So for the sake of that future pleasure, he's foregoing this pleasure of being with Nanda Maharaj. He's giving up this present pleasure of being with Nanda Maharaj so that he can get the future bigger pleasure of Krishna's safety. And then he will meet Krishna in future, and he will get so much pleasure like that. So then Nanda Maharaj, when he heard this, that there will be danger, there's danger in Gokula, that he should go back immediately, what did Nanda Maharaj do? He immediately took permission. So if you remember, he was sitting in a cart, the oxen were untied and they were grazing nearby. So as soon as Vasudev said this, iti nandadayo gopaha proktaste shaurina yayuhu. Shauri means here Vasudevji. When he heard what Vasudev said, anobhir anadud yuktais, he immediately yoked the oxen to the cart. Tam anugyapya gokulam. He took permission from Vasudev, and he immediately started off to go back to to Vraja, to Gokula. He immediately yoked the oxen and took permission, or no other talks. He was going to pacify and console and everything. But as soon as Vasudev said, there is some danger in Gokula, you should go back immediately, no other talks. He took permission and he just tied the oxen, took permission and went. And how he went, he was greatly concerned for the safety of Krishna, and constantly he's praying to the Supreme Lord. I think there's one more verse. He's constantly praying to the Supreme Lord that, my Lord, please protect my son Krishna. So he's praying to the Supreme Lord to protect the Supreme Lord. This is the nature of the love of the father, Nanda Maharaj, and Vasudev also. He is sending the king of Vraja to protect the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Nanda Maharaj also is going hastily so that he will go and he's praying to the Supreme Lord to protect the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And in great anxiety, he is going back to protect the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we read the verse. Sukadeva Goswami said, after Vasudev advised Nanda Maharaj in this way, Nanda Maharaj and his associates, the cowherdmen, took permission from Vasudev, yoked their bulls to the bullock carts, and started riding for Gokula. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports to the 10th canto, 5th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Meeting of Nanda Maharaj and Vasudev. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrind ki jai. So next is chapter 6, Putana, right? The killing of the demon Putana. So I was actually contemplating that on Saturday and Sunday, I thought, because also there's not, attendance is also kind of less on Saturdays and Sundays because you have other services, I understand. But if you're able to come, or at least the recording will certainly be there, I was thinking I will read Speaking About Varnashrama book on Saturday and Sunday. That way, that's very important to read. At least if we read the whole book once, it's simply quotes of Srila Prabhupada from purports, from his morning walks, from his conversations like that. And I will also share that book in our WhatsApp. I will send that book if you don't have it already. So you can follow, and whoever is able to join, we can take turns reading and discussing. That's one thing. So in the mornings, I was thinking we can do that. And Saturday and Sunday evenings, always there's just programs, right? There's some home program, or Sunday there is temple program. I was thinking Saturday, Sunday, maybe in the afternoon sometime, I would like to read Chaitanya Mangal, because it is, we started, maybe we read 3 and we left it there. So if you're not able to attend live, don't worry, it's okay. You can watch the recording. If you're interested, you can watch the recording later. But whoever is able to join, you can join. But that's what is on my mind. Whatever is incomplete, I want to finish those, complete those. Chaitanya Mangal is remaining. Nityananda Charitamrita. I was anyway doing recordings of that. I can finish that also. But mainly Chaitanya Mangal, Nityananda Charitamrita, and then once again, after they are completed, we can start Chaitanya Bhagavat once again. Because Chaitanya Bhagavat and Chaitanya Charitamrita, they go hand in hand. So mainly I'm saying Saturday, Sunday timings, because evenings we have other programs. I was thinking in the afternoon sometime. It won't be possible in India. For you, it's going to be in the middle of the night. But just the recordings will be there. Chaitanya Mangal and like that. So maybe around, I will let you know, maybe around 2 o'clock or something afternoon, I'm thinking I will read for 1 hour. Okay. And morning time, I'm thinking Saturday, Sunday, we will read Speaking About Varnashrama.
3 o'clock, Mataji.
You're saying something, Prabhuji? I'm not able to hear.
3 o'clock, Mataji.
I'm not able, 1 second, maybe I have to do something. Yes, Prabhuji.
3 o'clock, Mataji. 3 o'clock.
Oh, 3 o'clock is good. Is 3 o'clock good for you? I was saying 2, 3 is good, huh? Okay,
yes.
We can do 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock we can do. Okay. 3 to 4 we can do. Okay. So thank you all so much. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrind ki jai.
Jai.
Akalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Bhakta Vrind ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.